welcome to Yoga and You. My name is Joshna, and today's practice it's going to be advanced hip opener practices. And this practice is suitable for only people who have already approached the beginners and intermediate practice and feel comfortable. If you feel that two videos are already difficult for you, this video can be a little bit more intimidating. So take time and see, whenever you're ready you can start this practice. And this one is, you come up to a full squat position. So some of you might not be able to do full squat position, so I'm going to give you some modification. You can sit on a block like this, but keep your knees open, palms in front of your chest, and try to lift your chest up. Because it's an intermediate advanced version, so we'll try to go down towards the floor without the block. So keep your toes open, heels slightly closer, join your palms in Namaste, use your elbows to push the knees out, and try and lift your chest up as much as you can. So really you can feel your hip joint working, your back is nice and stretched. So from here, if you feel this is comfortable, you take few breaths and slowly take your right shoulder closer towards your right knee. You're going to lift your left arm up. So putting all your weight onto the right hip. You can use your right hand to hold your ankle. Keep reaching up as you extend and you feel the nice stretch in the left side of your torso. And exhale, you come down towards the floor and you go to the left side. So you keep your left shoulder closer to your thigh and lift your right hand up as much as you can, sinking in towards your hips and to the floor, reaching up with your arms as well. Now again, we do this a couple of times to just feel the movement. Inhale, lifting your left arm up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, you lift your right arm up. Exhale, you come down again. Last time, inhale, lift your left arm up. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift your right arm up. Exhale and come down. Now slowly come back up. Join your palms in Namaste. Push the knees out with the help of your palms. Lift your chest up. If this is comfortable, I would ask you to go a little bit more away and sit as deeper as you can. So you can increase the intensity by moving your legs farther and farther. So you can see how it's getting difficult by the time you keep moving your legs away. Now that's your first asana. It's your full squat position. And the second asana, it's going to be a little bit more like a drill than an asana. So you sit in Baddha Konasana, which we did in our beginner video again. So from here, you're going to move your legs slightly forward and make a diamond shape in between your legs. So if you see there is a square or a diamond, now you're going to mark your right knee position. Take your right knee and place it with the inside of the knee touching the same spot like before. Now from here, you're going to take both your hands up. As you exhale, you go forward as much as you can, touching towards your left leg. Inhale, you come up. This can be quite challenging for a lot of us, so knee will not go down. If that's the case, you put a block here. If you can't go touch the floor, touch your leg, you're going to go take your forehead to the block. So you can just take your arms forward and forehead to the block. If this is easy, then you remove the block, go down and stay. If that's easy, then take your arms, go down and stay. So if all of this is easy, remove the block and go to the floor. So this is also a progression. Don't try to attempt the first time itself to go all the way down, because you might hurt your knee or your ankle or your hips. So you do this couple of times and then you'll come back up and then you turn towards the bent knee. So if you still want to block, put a block under. Turn towards the bent knee, lift yourself up. So starting from your hips, you reach up as much as you can, and exhale, you go forward towards the bent knee. If that's comfortable for you, remove the block. Try and understand what's going on with your body. Don't be in a hurry to get into a posture. Focus on the breath and slowly let go completely. And touch. Here you walk back if you are comfortable. If that's easy, you stretch your arms and come back up. Now exhale, you're going to turn to the other side. You take your right, both hands on the floor, and you're going to try to reach forward with your arms forward. So from here, you can't really go down because you'll feel a nice stretch on the left side of your torso. So stay where you're comfortable, breathe in and out. Now slowly come back up, and we're going to repeat the same thing on the other side. So bring your right leg back and bring your left leg. And find the point, because this knee and this knee should be in same line, and you try and sit up tall. Don't collapse into your hips. Sit up tall and you walk forward first. Just see how much you can go. Already when you go here, you might feel like some kind of a tension in your outside of your knee or the hip joint. So find that. If that's not comfortable, you place the block and then go down. If that's comfortable, you remove the block like we did on the other side and you go down. Now inhale, interlock your fingers, you come up. You can do this couple of times. Exhale, you'll bend forward. Inhale, you come back up. And then exhale, you'll bend forward. And we'll stay for a few breaths, just allowing the hips to open up. 3, 2, and inhale, you come up. Now you're going to turn towards the bent knee. So you're going to turn your body. You see, when you turn your body, you're actually stretching your hip flexors here and lengthen your spine. Exhale, you go forward with your hands. If this is comfortable, you go with your whole body down. And then walk your arms forward and stay here. If this is not comfortable, you still need some support, you can use a block. 4, 3, 2, and if that's comfortable for you, try and do a movement here. Inhale, you'll come up. Exhale, you will go down. You do as much as you can comfortably, and then you stay there for a few more breaths, and then you will come back up. Now you're going to turn to the other side. So you're going to twist, turn, and you're going to go with your hands forward and walk your arms forward. Now drop your head down and breathe here. You can feel a nice stretch in your lower back as well. So your hip is a very complex joint. It's not just you're working on your legs and your hip joint, but actually you're working on your lower back, you're working on your calf muscles, you're working on your knee joint. Everything is connected. So you might feel a lot of stretch in your lower back in this, and slowly you can come back up. Again, the key is to really understand where you are at and how much you can do. So don't push yourself if you can't do. To make sure you are capable of understanding your own body's pain and stop when it's required. So that's your second asana. The third asana, it's going to be like a double pigeon pose. So I would recommend you start with a block. Take 2 blocks. If you don't have blocks, don't worry. You can use like thick books, heavy items to put it under your leg. So what you're going to do is you're going to bend your right leg and place it on top of your left thigh, and your right knee is going to be on the block. And then you're going to bring the left leg in so that both the knee should come in line with your ankle. So if this is easy for you, try to pull the leg in more and place the block on top of the leg and place it here. If that's already easy for you, you think this is a piece of cake, remove the block and you come here. So this actually tells you how open your hips are. If you feel like this is very comfortable, that means your hips are very open. Because of my practice for a long time, my hips are quite open. But when you start, you will probably be somewhere here. And you should use the block. And the idea is not to, if you keep your legs in, it's easy to do this posture. But the legs are in line with your knees and ankle are in line. Only then you'll actually feel the stretch. So if that's happening, you can go forward slowly. Slowly you bend forward, and then inhale, you push your knees and come back out. Exhale again, you bend forward, and inhale, push your knees, come back out. At any point of hip openers, you feel your knee is taking the strain and you feel a pain in your knees, then you should stop the practice and get back to your beginner's level practice. And if this is comfortable, I would try to turn towards one knee, whichever is on the top. I'll go forward and see what I feel in my hips and glutes. And then inhale, come back. You repeat it as many times you would like to. The more you repeat it dynamically, the more better you feel with the stretch. And then you go on the left side We're going to do this 2 times this time. So slowly go walk to the right, exhale as you go, allow your head to fall down, inhale, you come back. If this is difficult, like I said, still keep the block, and becomes a little easier to the left side and come back up. Now we're going to repeat the same on the other leg. So drop the right leg down. See, the focus is this: if your ankle and the knee are not in one line, and if your leg is like this, everybody can sit in this position. That's not a hip opener practice. The hip opener practice requires some alignment. So if you have a yoga mat, make sure the lower leg is parallel to the yoga mat, and then the other leg with the knees directly above the ankle, so that this knee and the ankle and this knee and ankle are in one contact point. If this is the most difficult part, and slowly you place a knee block under your knee, and then you start bending forward. Push up one more time, bend forward. If this is easy, you release this and then bend forward and push up. One more time, bend forward and come up. If this is comfortable, turn to the knee which is bent on top and reach your hands forward as much as you can. Now inhale, you'll come back up, and then you go one more time towards your right side. Stretch as much as you can. Inhale, you'll be back up, and then to your left side again. So this way you move alternatively, so you don't really feel pain in just one joint, so you can relax the other joint while you're stretching the right or left. Now inhale, you come back up. So that's your third asana for your advanced hip opener. So you have to repeat it quite a number of times to really achieve the desired result. And the next one we're going to do is a Vista Konasana, seated forward fold, which with your legs open. You're going to keep your legs nice and open. You're going to point your toes towards your face. Make sure your knees are down. In Vista Konasana, many people have a tendency to have a relaxed leg, not engaged legs. I want you to try to press the knees down. Try and lift your spine up. So if this is difficult to sit up, I would say use a cushion, or a block would be a little bit difficult to straighten your back. So cushion is ideal. So you can use something like this so that your knees can go down, toes pointing towards you. So from here, the focus is to keep lifting from your waist level up. So reach up and interlock your fingers, stretch up. So you start from here. If you feel that your lower back is straight, not rounding like this, then you are in a very good position. So start from here, and if this is easy, you try and go as much as you can towards the floor, and then inhale, you'll come up. So actually when you do it without the support of the hands, you might start to hurt your hamstrings, under your knees, or sometimes even your hips. So I would say first walk down as much as you can, chin down, walk back. 2 more times like this. Walk forward and walk back. And last time, walk forward, but that time you don't let go of your legs. Keep pointing your toes. That's exactly what is helping you to stretch. And then walk back. Fantastic. If you feel this is comfortable, you take your hands up. Exhale, you'll go down towards the floor with control, and then inhale, you'll walk back. If that's also comfortable, then you'll inhale and come up as well. So from the floor here, you can point your toes and then slowly stretch and come with your arms up, you come back up. Now from here, you're going to turn to your right side. As you exhale, you go towards your right leg. Inhale, come up. So if this is difficult, place your arms forward and walk up. Good, 2 more. And walk back as you inhale. Exhale, walk forward and walk back. Now we'll do the other side. Exhale towards your left and walk back. Exhale to your left and walk back. Keep engaging your legs, don't let loose. Exhale, walk forward last time, and inhale, come up. Fantastic. So this will help you to first stretch your adductor muscles and also tighten your external rotators and actually activate them. The more you turn to this side, you will stretch your external rotators on the right side. The more you turn to the right side, your left side starts to stretch. So it's a combination of strength and stretch in both these muscles. Only then you can feel if you just flexibility and without strength, you get injuries. So it should be both strength and flexibility, and that's the goal of this practice. And the last one is the cream of this series. We're going to do a yoga Dandasana. So supposedly, like danda is a staff. So most of the days when they're meditating, they used to keep their hands on a staff and they meditate like this. So if there is no staff, there's no danda, then what they did was they used the leg as a staff. So what we're going to do, we're going to lift the left leg and try to push the left knee towards the floor. When you push the left knee to the floor, you have to lift your left heel up. So from here, you're going to take your armpit closer and try to press it down. It's like then you can meditate forever. No, I'm joking. You can't meditate in this posture until it's comfortable. So you have to really use your strength to push. So try to use your arm to push and then bring the other leg in. If this is comfortable, you take your hand behind and hold, turn your head down and you close your eyes. And supposedly a saint meditated like this for many years, and that's why we have Yoga Dandasana, and we're going to relax. So if this is difficult for you, what you would do is you're going to just lift the leg up and push the leg towards the floor. So you're going to use your right hand and the left hand to bring your heel towards your chest and the knees towards the floor. And you keep breathing. So if this becomes easier, then try and reach your right arm towards the toes here. And when you reach the right arm towards, so don't let your leg fall. Try to keep the leg in, right arm to your toes. And if that is easy, then you bring the right hand and try and press the hand down so that the knee can go down. If this is comfortable, bring the leg in and then take your hands behind and hold. Turn your head and breathe. Now slowly release and slowly relax. So there are many more asanas which will challenge your hips, and when you understand hip opening, you have to understand hips are joints which are not made to do crazy wild things. The joints are made to build more stability, because this is joint which is connecting your upper body and the body below you, right? So if you want to have stable, like if you want to walk straight, your hips should be stable. So stability is most important. But because of a lifestyle, the hips become very tight and stiff, even the stability is lost. So that is when we have to start working on flexibility of the hips, mobility of the hips. The more you move your hips and start working on the mobility, the stability also will stay anyway, because it's designed as stable joint. So I hope you enjoyed this practice and it was informative about what is your hip joint and how to work on that. And we'll see you in the next one. Until then, it's Joshna.